Hey y'all, it's Dre from Under the Leaves, and today I have another repotting video for y'all. Still preparing for spring. Spring is still coming. It still hasn't sprung, but here we are. So today I'm going to be repotting my Scindapsus Pictus and then my Scindapsus Exotica. They look similar from afar, but honestly one has more silver and one has more green. Truth be told, we've been putting this off, so we're just going to jump into it and let's get started. All right, y'all, now that y'all are down here, at this point, I'm going to be using a clear pot to put them into. Anytime I repot plants that I bought, I put them into clear pots. Also, I have a coffee. I 10 out of 10 recommend if you like an iced coffee or getting you a nice beverage, whenever you're repotting, do have the things you need. To get started on this repot today, I have this mix here of it's like Molly's mix that's kind of been diluted down a little bit. Based off what I'm seeing, this is in something, I basically don't want it in something that I have to water every day. But I also don't want it in something that is not chunky enough that if I do hit it with an extra water, it rots basically. I had to bring in my pot of tools, so my mix, I just want to show y'all what it looks like because literally it's just Molly's, but then I kind of amended it and I threw in some extra orchid bark because initially when I did amend it, it ended up being too thin. But yeah, this should be good as well. And it's got the retentive properties if you see, but also thick enough. I think sometimes I'd be looking at mixes and it's just a little too thick, and I don't want to go too thick because I am not an overwaterer or an underwaterer, I don't think, as of yet. We'll find out. As you can see, it's giving root bound. It's definitely rooted heavily. So I'm gonna just set that here. The same mix that I just showed y'all, I'm just literally gonna take a scoop. It probably would be helpful if I just put the scoop. I just put the dirt right there. Anyway, so I took a scoop and just put it in the bottom. I feel like people watching this video know how to repot plants, but just in case. Anyway, I wanted to share some thoughts that I was having because I watch a lot of plant content. And something that I'm noticing is so many people are saying they're downsizing. Oh, Jesus. So many people, we're gonna use that. I gotta stop wasting this soil. Anyway, so many people are saying they're downsizing and they're overwhelmed and all that. But those same people that are saying that they're downsizing and overwhelmed, I'm also watching them and I'm like, the last time you did your walkthrough, you did not have that. And that's not like I'm clocking any plants, but it's like, my thing is, if downsizing really would help you to stop being overwhelmed, I wonder why more people don't actually commit to that. Is it an addiction? Because I don't know. People will say they were addicted to buying plants, but what I'm doing might be a little rough for this plant. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm not just tapping it. But yeah, I'm just wondering if people have addictions to buying plants or if they're using plants on their healing journey, etc. I do that. And plants are definitely also something that I think I use for my mental health. But I do know that if the plants started overwhelming me, it's not that I would be I'm gonna just throw them out in the garbage, but I don't think I would enjoy this hobby if the plants were making me stressed out. I think I enjoy this hobby because it doesn't make me stressed out. So yeah. But yeah, that's this one. That's this one done. I also did want to just talk real quick. I should probably take this because I don't know if I should be keeping this freaking label on. But this is gonna come off horribly, isn't it? Of course it would. Because why would it come off nice? Anyway. So this is just regular New York City tap water, and I put in a diluted amount of plant food. Diluted. So normally it's supposed to be a capful per gallon. So this might even be not even a quarter, a quarter cap was in here. It's got plant food, Super Thrive, and plant enzymes in it. And I'm gonna just water these through with that after, just because I think it would be helpful. But I just wanted to show y'all that I do be feeding my plants. I do feed them. I feeds them. All right, so for this next one, I got another clear pot. But yeah, oh, see how I just be losing my train of thought. But back to the whole like, woo, we knew. I knew it was gonna look like this. It's still a little damp though, so I don't know if I'm gonna water this one through today. Don't know about that. It's a little damp. But yeah, that one was dry. The first one was definitely dry. I don't like this big, yo, orchid bark be killing me, because what is this big giant piece of wood? What is that? I don't want it to be too high, but I don't want it to be too low. So yeah, that's just something I'm thinking of, because I'm realizing there's so many people that I watch that are saying that they burnt out, and I'm just here like, oh babes, no, don't be burnt out. Don't be burnt out. But they are. And I also think that sometimes I do think it's because of the people that have like 600 plants, and that's a dramatic, but like quite literally, like people have 300 plants in their house. I do also have a lot of plants in my house. I do not have 300 plants, but I do have a lot of plants in my house. So I do know that, like, as a person that has a lot of plants, and you know, you could acquire them real quick. The acquiring part is the quickest part of this hobby. You literally could, and now they have like, now with stuff like Palm Street, which that is something that I cannot scroll on that app. I cannot, because I just imagine people sitting there on that app all day, just buying some more. And I could see how that gets really out of pocket quickly. Also, transparently, I do not keep these ones that are not cleared. I am so sorry. I just do not. I throw them out because I don't need them, and I don't want to just have stuff. I already have tons of stuff from children and all that. I was saying though, because I'm just trying to make sure so I could see some. That's good though. Air pockets is good. Air pockets. I don't want it to be too much air though. All right, so that's what this one is looking like. And now they're back in here. But yeah, I think basically what I was just thinking is, before I go ahead and go water these through, what I'm basically just trying to get at is, I just feel like and maybe I'll bring the I could talk to y'all face to, why am I talking to y'all like this? I can talk to y'all face to face. Yeah, but basically all I'm thinking is, when it comes to the plant hobby, when people start to get overwhelmed and they say they're gonna downsize, but then they don't downsize, but then they start buying more plants and adding more to their collection, in my mind I feel like, I know that it could be a form of an addiction, but I wonder, like, what are you coping with? What are you going through? Because if it's overwhelming you and you're adding to your overwhelm, there has to be, there's a psychology to that. It has to be. Well, on that note, here are my repotted Scindapsuses. They're going right back downstairs. I'm finna put this one right up, let it dry a little bit more, because it was moist and I don't want to overwater it. And then this one, we're gonna give it a drench with that good mix that I just told you about. But yeah, this one looks great. So does this one. They're all growing, so they're both growing. I've gotten so much growth from this one here. I just like this plant, so beautiful. On that note, I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I repotted my plants. See you later, bye.